right, guys, can we please talk about the super importance of having a rest day? I started this, actually my husband and I, we discussed it several years ago. We called it Family Day. Like, we wanted our kids in this world of like running here, running there, all the sports, all the everything. We wanted our kids to have that one day where they knew it was just dedicated to the family, and that's it. So we started that several years ago, and that worked out really well. Good for our family. It made us, closer knit. The kids are used to it. They're in the habit of knowing that for us it's on a Saturday usually, so every Saturday they are with us, and that's it. We're not like running all over the place. So now we call it the rest day, and for me it usually starts like Friday night, because by Friday night I'm kind of like done. I don't know. I'm just finished. Like, I'm tired. I put in like really strong weeks, and it's time for me to rest. So I usually start at that, and I often end it like the rest time, maybe like Sunday morning-ish. Okay. So I have like that full day, a little more than 24 hours, and it's really awesome. So, but let me tell you what's come out of it and what it means to have a rest day. So not only are we all together, but there's no expectation of anyone to do anything. There's no expectation of work. There's no expectation of cooking and cleaning and all that. I mean, if you want to, fine, but there really is no expectation. And we have the same thing with the kids. It's not like, okay, it's a rest day, clean your room. Like, we don't do that. We let them know that taking that break is really super important. And we're hoping that it's a skill that they'll take on then, of course, into adulthood and for the rest of their life. Like, this world, I don't know, it's become like insane. The other thing we do is we stay away from any technology. So they're not sitting there on their phones and their iPads all day long. If we want to watch a family movie together, or, as a family, great, that's totally fine. But it's not, we don't want this to, we want to rest from everything. Just everything, all this constant stimulation we want to rest from. We make plans to do things together, of course, as a family. We go on walks. Sometimes we do nothing. Sometimes we never even get out of pajamas. But it has made such a huge difference in how we carry out our life, and really the benefit that I didn't quite expect to come out of it was I'm so much more refreshed and energized to then carry on the week. Like, I can't wait for the rest day. Now, I know a lot of you, maybe you work like a corporate job or regular job, and you're like 9-to-5ers and Monday through Friday, and you really look for the weekend. And you know what? I totally get that, because there's that rest period. But as an entrepreneur, like, we're always thinking about what to do next, how to do things better. As a leader, of course, I'm always thinking the same things, like, how can I serve my team, and I have to really schedule in that rest period so that I do get refreshed. During that time, I tend to come up with the best ideas. Of course, I want to go like right out and execute it and all that, but I don't. So I have a whiteboard, my big whiteboard, and I just write on my whiteboard if I come up with an idea, or I text myself. That's like the simplest thing I could do. That way the idea doesn't escape me, so when I get back to work on Sunday or Monday, then I could go right back in and I know what I want to do. I have a working list to do it. But when I'm constantly working, when I did it before years ago, constantly working, you get burnt out, and you start to lose ideas. Like, I don't get inspired. I wasn't getting outside enough, and I wasn't spending that dedicated time with my family. I found myself too distracted. So I changed it. I mean, that's really it. I just made a very conscious decision. And while it was difficult in the beginning, because I had this idea that like everything will fall apart if I'm not available, like, that's such crap. Like, I think now about how I used to be, and I laugh. I mean, it's nonsense. No, the world doesn't fall apart if your kid is not in every single sport. I promise you, their life will carry on. It really will. Like, pick your day, pick your time, but stay dedicated to it. And doing it as a family, if you don't have a family, do it for yourself. Pick that time you are at rest. The flip side is having that time of rest. You don't want to carry on forever and ever and ever, because then you never get back to work. So make it a scheduled time, knowing that this is the time you're doing it, then you're getting back to work, then you're getting back to doing what you're doing. And this is especially for the entrepreneurs, because, again, it's almost like you either want to work all the time or you just can't figure out what to do, so you're doing nothing, and both are detrimental. So finding that middle space and saying, okay, this is what I'm going to do during this time, this is my work time, this is what I'm going to do, this is my dedicated rest time, this is what I'm going to do. No matter what, you have to stick to it. You have to make that a promise to yourself and your well-being, because really, I mean, you're also supposed to enjoy your life, right? You really are. Yeah, I mean, you're supposed to be in the world and be happy and you know, be with other people and all that, in a way that's not like, okay, I'm sitting there on my phone. Like, it's you know, connection. And by disconnecting from all that technology stuff, it actually allows you to be more connected. If you find yourself always in the world, always with people, that rest day, like when I had my practice, I was all day long with people. So that rest day was really nice for me because it was my time to step back and not be with everyone else and just be with my family. So gauge it for whatever works for your lifestyle, but at the very least, make sure you have a dedicated rest day, because I really think it makes all the difference for your wellness. All right, that's my tip for today.